gonna take it slow, and we gon' make it out this hole, and ain't nobody stopping us, no. So watch me as I go, watch me as I grow, and we ain't gonna take it slow, and we gon' make it out this hole, and ain't nobody stopping us, no. So watch me as I go, watch me as I grow, yeah, I'm the fucking shit.
Welcome to Monday Night Raw, everybody. I hope you all are having a great day so far and that you're ready for yet another episode of Universe Mode here in WWE 2K19. We are fresh off the heels of the Extreme Rules pay-per-view. Now we are building towards Money in the Bank, the first co-branded pay-per-view of the year. We are here in Michigan. Let's do this. The Universal Champion Dean Ambrose makes his way to the ring, mic in hand. We saw his classic matchup Extreme Rules against Seth Rollins, retaining the title. Looks like Ambrose has a lot to say. Let's listen in. Now that Extreme Rules is in the history books and my classic match with Seth Rollins is in the books as well, I can now shift my focus to Money in the Bank. And also at Extreme Rules, we found out who my opponent at Money in the Bank will be. Yeah, Elias might have supposedly led his team to victory in that six-man tag match against myself and the rest of the Shield, but Elias has never been in the ring one-on-one with someone as crazy as myself. You guys all know what I'm capable of, and you'll see firsthand the lessons I teach Elias come Money in the Bank. I give him credit. He may have gotten a cheap victory via low blow to earn a shot at the title, but his luck will run out in a few weeks' time. I'm going to beat some sense into the supposed drifter. Wait a minute. Speaking of the drifter, Elias looks like he's heard enough from the Universal Champion. Elias again, via low blow or not, a win's a win in Elias's book. As he makes his way to the ring, he looks to be very, very proud of himself. The crowd, not exactly a fan of Elias for obvious reasons, if you ask me, but Ambrose not too pleased about being interrupted by Elias either. So let's see, I guess, what the Drifter has got to say now. Hold your horses there, champ. What are you rambling on about? Do you really think you're going to teach me a lesson at Money in the Bank? I don't think you realize it, bud, but this will be the year of Elias. Oh, you're not the first person to say it's going to be the year of insert name here. We already heard all of that nonsense from Rusev and from Kevin Owens and from yourself last week. I don't want to hear it again. I don't think this WWE Universe wants to hear it either. I don't care what you or these disgusting people have to say or what they think about me. It's my destiny to become champ and be the top and the face of this company. Really now, you think just because you've only been here for a little while that you can just climb to the top of the mountain, whether it's by low blow or clean or whatever, and think you can step in the ring with the lunatic fringe? I do in fact think I can beat you, Dean, and at Money in the Bank in a few weeks, I will show you why. Oh really? How about you explain that in words? What you're gonna do? Actually don't. No one wants to hear you talk. No one wants to hear you sing what you're gonna do to me at Money in the Bank, because we all know it's not true. Oh, it will be true. I will walk out of that pay-per-view as the new Universal Champion. And again, you're not getting it, Elias. You will not walk out as champ. If I've got anything to say about that, and I do, since I'm the champion. You'll see in a few weeks, Dean. Alright, some heated words between the champion Dean Ambrose and the challenger Elias ahead of their match at Money in the Bank in a couple weeks. But speaking of Money in the Bank, we are going to have our first matchup of the evening, and it will be a qualifying match for the Money in the Bank ladder match. It's going to be an interesting one because there is going to be a bit of a change, as it will be one member of the New Day and Kofi Kingston taking on the leader of Sanity. We already know what those 6 men did at Extreme Rules. Sanity came out on top in dominant fashion, taking down the New Day. It was a really long match. Both sides had their share of offense and all that fun stuff, but Sanity came out on top, proving where they are going to be a force here on Monday Night Raw. Let's quickly go back to the changes we are about to announce. You guys remember Money in the Bank last year, we had 2 separate ladder matches, one for Raw and one for SmackDown, but that will change this year, as we will have one men's ladder match. It will be 4 superstars from Raw, 4 superstars from SmackDown, so a total of 8 men will be competing for the Money in the Bank contract as Eric Young of Sanity makes his way down to the ring. And we do have another special announcement that we will say during tonight's main event. So again, this matchup between Young and Kingston will be qualifying for the Money in the Bank ladder match. Sanity have been on a roll since debuting here on Monday Night Raw following WrestleMania, flanked by Alexander Wolf and Killian Dane on his right and his left and right respectively. EY makes his way down to the ring looking to continue Sanity's winning ways. Just imagine if Eric Young is able to go to Money in the Bank, enter that ladder match, come out on top, have the briefcase. That'd be spelling trouble for not just the tag team division anymore at that point. Whoever the Universal Champion is at that time would definitely need to keep their eyes open at all times if Eric Young is the Money in the Bank briefcase holder, but he's going to have to get through the veteran Kofi Kingston here as their match gets underway. Arm drag takedown by Kingston. Gets Eric Young into a pinning predicament here close to the ropes, but Young kicks out. And Kofi Kingston has been in his share of ladder matches throughout his career. We'll see Kofi Kingston can get through Eric Young and maybe win the big one. He's yet to win a Money in the Bank contract in his career, and the handful or so that he's been a part of. As Eric Young drops the elbows right on the face of Kofi, takes control of the early stages of this matchup. Young tosses him into the corner, goes for a splash, but Kingston gets out of the way just in time. Chop to the chest, takes Young down. Drops the knee right on the forehead. Just a stomp right to the back. Headlock by Kingston. Eric Young fighting out of it. You can see Big E and Xavier Woods on the outside cheering as their buddy on. Eric Young, big right hands to the back. Another right hand. Kingston with a left. We're actually going to take a commercial break here. Double foot stomp takes Eric Young down, and we'll return back to this one-on-one action here momentarily. Eric Young has Kingston in the corner as we are back from break. They've been exchanging offense all throughout this matchup. Kingston gets some boots right to the face there. Young with a reversal right hand. Goes for a super kick and he hits it. That might be lights out for Kingston. Into the cover now. 1, 2, and Kofi kicks out just in the nick of time. The super kick was out of nowhere there by Eric Young. Definitely caught Kingston off guard. EY now was going for a move there, but his back gave out for a moment. See if Kingston can capitalize. Goes for a neck breaker, but no. Eric Young fights out, elbow to the back of the neck, splash in the corner. Hits him with a forearm. Young is fired up. Kick to the midsection of Kingston once again. Big right hand to the chest. Kofi now the one in trouble. Young picks him up, slams him right down. Into the cover again. 1, 2, and Kofi somehow finds a way to kick out. Eric Young cannot believe it. Picks him back up once again. Another kick to the midsection. Goes for right hand, but Kofi blocks it. Goes for a trouble in paradise, but Eric Young backs up out of the way. Just avoided disaster there. Nice Northern Lights suplex into the cover, but no, Kofi's feet were onto the bottom rope. Eric to the second rope, drops the elbows on the face. Did that earlier in the matchup, going back to it again. Kick to the midsection once more. Kingston sent into the corner. Neither of the foremen on the outside have yet to get into this matchup at all, or at least run interference on behalf of their partner. So we'll see how that goes here. Lots of combustible elements in this matchup. His knees to the back from Kingston takes Eric Young down quickly. Into the cover. 1, no. EY kicks out at 1. Kingston now in control. No, forearm to the face by Young. Hits him with a drop kick. Picks him back up once more. Turns him around. Gets him rolled up there. Catches Kingston off guard again. 1, 2, 3, and Eric Young with a roll up victory. Qualifying himself for the men's ladder match at Money in the Bank. We briefly mentioned before what that can mean for the Raw roster as a whole. If Eric Young and Sanity are in control of the briefcase, the tag team division wouldn't be the only ones to need to keep both eyes open at all times, as again the Universal Champion would be the main target of the briefcase holder if it's a Raw superstar that holds it, and if it was a SmackDown superstar that were to win Money in the Bank, then they would be going after the WWE Championship, obviously. But Eric Young is the first Raw superstar to qualify. We need 7 more participants for that ladder match, but we're getting it ready for tonight's main event here in a second. Alright, main event time here, Monday Night Raw. We are closing the show with a women's division fatal 5-way matchup. Out first on her way to the ring, the boss, Sasha Banks. And we have a very important announcement that we sort of alluded to earlier on in the episode. Aside from there being a men's Money in the Bank ladder match at the pay-per-view in a couple weeks' time, there will be, for the first time ever in this Universe Mode series, a women's Money in the Bank ladder match as well. So again, this fatal 5-way will be determined to determine the number 1 contender for the Raw Women's Championship. But the twist with this is that the other 4 women in this matchup who do not win will go on to represent Monday Night Raw in the women's ladder match. And we're going to be doing the same thing like we are for the men's. It'll be 4 Raw Women's Superstars and 4 SmackDown Women's Superstars. So a total of 8 total as well, going for the first ever women's Money in the Bank contract and briefcase, all that stuff. So Banks is in the ring now. Also in this fatal 5-way is Lana. These two faced off a couple weeks ago. Sasha winning in rather quick fashion, if you guys remember. So Lana looking to get a little bit of revenge against Banks, and I guess technically against the other 3 women in the matchup as well. But again, huge announcement at Money in the Bank at the pay-per-view. It will be a women's ladder match on the card as well, so briefcase on the line for that one too. So as we get the rest of the women in this fatal 5-way out to the ring, comment down below who you would want to win that ladder match, or even for that matter, who do you think is going to be in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. And out of the women that you'll see here all in a moment, who would you want to win, at least on the Raw side of things, to win that ladder match? and all that stuff. So Bayley, the third participant in this matchup. Let's see who the last two people are. Bayley in the ring, ready to go, doing some warm-up stretches, and fourth in this matchup will be Tamina, again making her Raw debut here in Universe Mode all the way back in episode 1, looking to continue to make a name for herself here on the main roster. She also had a great matchup against Bayley in that episode as well. And out last rather, is a former Raw Women's Champion in her own right, Dana Brooke, looking to get back on track here in 2K19. She was for a brief time in 2K18 the Raw Women's Champion. There's a whole lot of title changes at that time. The title went from Bayley to like Nia Jax and Summer Rae, Dana Brooke, back to Nia Jax, all that stuff. I don't remember the exact order, but we're getting tonight's main event underway now. Dana Brooke going right after Sasha Banks as Bayley and Lana double team Tamina. A lot of crazy action right off the bat here. Sasha Banks fighting back. Lana tosses Tamina out onto the apron, who fights her way back in. Bayley with a couple shots on Tamina there. And Lana continuing the double team on the bigger threat in this matchup. Dana Brooke picks up Sasha Banks, who's now fighting back. Big right hand. Brooke Irish whipped off the ropes, taken down there by Sasha Banks. Lana going after the left leg of Tamina. And we do have a couple former Raw Women's Champions in this matchup in Dana Brooke and Bayley, as she gets a backdrop suplex on Tamina. Bayley now focusing on Lana, gets her out onto the apron. But no, Lana fights her way back into the ring. Dana Brooke sent into the corner. Lana sent out onto the apron once again. Bigger hand from Bayley takes her outside of the ring. Tamina follows Bayley. I don't think she realized it yet. All 5 women outside now. Sasha Banks focusing on Tamina at the moment as Dana Brooke is still down on the ground. Lana with the right hand, no. Bayley blocks it as Tamina is sent face first into the steel ring steps. Now Tamina gets a measure of revenge. They're doing the same thing to Sasha. Dana Brooke finally back up to her feet. And Sasha Banks gets tossed as Lana gets thrown back into the ring by Bayley. Dana Brooke picks up Sasha Banks. Dropkick there by Dana Brooke. A lot of action to keep track of here. Bayley sent it to the corner. Splash by Lana. Clothesline reversal there by Bayley. As now Dana Brooke and Tamina double team Sasha Banks. Tamina gets tossed back in. All 5 women finally back into the ring. Lana trash talking. Bayley drop kick. Lana wasted a bit too much time there. Tamina outside of the ring as well. Sasha Banks is down. Bayley going right after her now. Kick to the thigh. As Dana Brooke turns her attention back to Tamina, takes her down with the clothesline as Lana gets back into the ring. All 5 women want a shot at the Raw Women's Championship. They want that match with Mickie James. Snapmare takedown by Bayley. Banks with a side Russian leg sweep takes Bayley right down, rolls out bottom rope. Dana Brooke driven face first into the steps by Tamina. Sasha Banks just stomping on the arm of Lana there. Kick to the midsection. Sasha sets her up for the bankrupt. Right into the cover. 1, 2, and no, Lana kicked out. Tamina was just getting back into the ring to attempt to break it up, but Lana kicked out just in time. Gets put into the bank statement, but Dana Brooke breaks it up as Bayley gets back in. Sasha Banks just had her moment there twice to pick up the win. Dana Brooke with the cover on Tamina. 1, 2, and Bayley there in time to break it up now. Looked like Bayley was setting up for the Bayley to belly, but gets face planted there by Dana Brooke. Lana outside of the ring once again. Sasha Banks finally up to her feet. Backdrop suplex to Tamina. Kick to the midsection there by Dana Brooke. Backdrop suplex takes the boss down. Lana back into the ring. Going right for the spine buster on Dana Brooke. Lana with a chance at a huge victory, but no, Bayley breaks it up again. Banks takes her right down. Tamina going after the boss. Gets her in a headlock. Tamina and Bayley double teaming Banks there for a moment. Dana Brooke trying to go for a German suplex, but Lana with a nice flip out of it. And a Michinoku driver by the Ravishing Russian into the cover, and again Bayley playing spoiler, breaking up another pin attempt. Takes Lana down. Sasha Banks turning her attention to Tamina, stomping on the arm. Bayley with a headlock on Lana. Goes after the arm once again. Banks picks up. Bayley drops her throat first on the rope. Dana Brooke goes for the finisher there on Sasha Banks. 1, 2, and no, Tamina and Bayley both in there just in time to break it up. Another near fall there. Stomp to Banks once again. Lana finally up to her feet. Bayley rolling outside of the ring. Lana going right after Brooke. Tamina going right after Lana. All 5 women, whether they're friends backstage or not, they want that shot at the Raw Women's Championship. Lana with a face buster. Tamina showing off her strength. Tossing Dana Brooke back into the ring. Lana taken out by Banks. Bayley back in now. Reversal by Brooke. Bayley in some trouble, gets tossed over the top rope, crashing to the floor. Lana throws Sasha Banks back into the ring. Reversal there by the boss. Dana Brooke. Michinoku driver again into the covers. Banks leaves the ring. 1, 2, 3, and Dana Brooke picks up a tremendous victory here. She is now going to Money in the Bank to challenge Mickie James for the Raw Women's Championship. And the other 4 women will go into the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match with a chance at grabbing the contract. Definitely playing spoiler. At some point, whenever they want, they can cash in the contract whenever and wherever they want. So Dana Brooke with a huge victory to end Monday Night Raw. If you guys enjoyed this episode, be sure to leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and we'll see everybody on SmackDown Live tomorrow.